UK residents are now in personal insolvency. Office of National Statistics say massive rise in prices for pasta, bread, and veg oil, rising at the fastest pace in 40 years. Rishi Sunak says the new central bank digital currency will be in place by 2025. That's not all. Stay tuned for more. Oh my God, it's gone crazy. France and Holland just withdrew from the Energy Charter Treaty. Aldi UK will be stocking insect food in all stores very soon. Illegal immigrants making their way from Africa to the EU via jet skis. Sweden just threw out all party members who backed the net zero climate change agenda. Students in the UK are now suffering at an all-time high from anxiety and drowning in debt. Have we got a show tonight? Now stay tuned to the end for a really cool story, okay? You got to check this out because there's so much bad news going on out there. We need something cool, and it's something really cool right at the end of the video. Before we get started, let me just make sure that we're all online and everything's good. Live chat enabled. Sweet. Right. How is everybody doing? It's going to be an awesome show tonight. Loads of information. There's seriously serious. Can you let me know just real quick as you can, is the audio and visual any good? Looks a bit weird on my phone, so I need it. Paul T 5x5. That's all I need to know. You're an absolute star. Thanks for that, Paul T. Also, if you could like the thumbs up on the video, hit that. That'd be really cool. Subscribe and hit that notification bell, because otherwise you're going to miss out on so many updates which will be coming out pretty random pretty soon. Okay, so you need to be on the ball, subscribed, and the notification bell must be ticked. You can come out and check it just now, make sure you have, because I have been told by a few subscribers that their notification bell wasn't ticked and they've been missing updates from me. So if you could check that real fast, it really helps. Also, yep, the links below the video, there's loads of new links there, so if you could check it out. There's a current deal going on till midnight tonight. There's big discounts off of them really cool lanterns which I showed on a recent video. So if you want to check that out, save yourself a few bob, because the offer ends midnight tonight. Okay, so what else is there? Yes, my mate Lee from the Bug Out is currently doing a 2,000 subscriber giveaway, and there's a massive cool prize. You must check it out. The link is below this video if you want to check that out. Okay, so if you're watching on the replay, hi, thanks very much for spending your time and checking out this live stream. We've got a lot of news to go through tonight, as I just real briefly skimmed over at the start of this video. Okay, and all looking good in the hood. So before we get cracking on with all that news, I have spent all day, literally all day, just studying. Okay, we've got loads of stuff. All right, and it's not in any particular order. I just run out of time in the end to sort of categorize it, so it's going to be pretty random, but nonetheless the information will be there. So let's just quickly see who we've got in the house. Lee from the Bug Out shop. Yep, hit the thumbs up, guys, it really helps. Scottish Urban Prepper, hi mate. Yes, I did get your email regards the webcam. I've just been so busy, mate, I haven't had a chance to reply. It's been full on. It really has. It's been a very busy week for the Funky Prepper headquarters there. So yeah, it's all looking good. The moderators are in the house, born outside. Sweet. Scottish Urban Prepper, 4x4 fella. Yeah, like I said, if I win that prize that leaves on a Bug Out, 4x4 fella's getting that. Weapon collector. Oh, Mike, I'm really sorry, mate. I haven't had a chance to do any Halloween video. I'm gutted, mate. Oh, it's just been so busy. And this weekend, we've got a lot to do. So I don't even think I'll try, but it's not looking good. I really apologise, mate. I said I would, but it's been mental. Prepper Granny, another moderator in the house. Metallic Reality. Blimey. My favourite ex-husband, ain't. Good God. What is going on? Julie, Wildwood Weeds, hi. It's all going good. Right, so everyone's there. So it's looking good. We've got 560 in the house. Thank you very much. If you can hit that thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. It just makes loads of people get to see your comments that you're putting in the live chat right now, okay? Because more people watch this on the replay than they do live, believe it or not. And to date, the most I've had on a live stream on the replays is 82,000 people. So the message is getting out there and we're rolling forward, okay? So it's really cool. So what we need to know is, whereabouts are you guys from? Car, I'm in middle of Wales, in the middle of nowhere, up in the mountains, bugged out, okay? Grab my family and we're out of here. Where are you guys from? Let's have a little look. Let's see. Waterlooville, haha, cool. Surrey, Devizes, Padstow, Cornwall, Norway. Gunnar, hi mate, good to see you again. Bulgaria. I tried to slow down the chat so you couldn't put any comments after 20 seconds or something like that. But it's going so fast, I can't read it all. You guys are mental. Norfolk, Brighton, Yorkshire. Cool. Looking good. St Helens, Dorset, Aberdeen, Landrindod, Isabel. Landrindod, not too far from where I am. Good to see you. We'll have to meet up at the bug out one day. That'd be cool. It's always good to meet locals. Cumbria, Surrey, Buckinghamshire. Oh, I say. It's looking good. There's a lot of people out there. Not many from overseas, which is a bit odd because we've always got the Americans. Oh, speaking of Americans. Now, because I believe that the UK and our friends in America are literally like that, okay? A very, very close bond, especially when you look at military, all right? So tonight on the live stream, I am drinking a brew all the way from America, okay? Can you see that? American Pale Ale. Yes, sir. So I'm going to be trying that for the very first time by my really cool bottle opener there from Carl Neller. Awesome. So don't forget, loads of pictures of beers up on the thing just before 9 because I'm going to forget that cow. I really will. What a day. So where have we got? South Wales, Jamtland. What's that? South Africa or somewhere? Ohio. Awesome. Ohio, is that where you guys have got that big homesteading shop? Is it Lehman's? Man, I'd love to go there. Chris Lee, you're an absolute scholar. Yes, mate, I did get those graphics. I just haven't had any time to do anything with anything. It's just been full on. Someone's in Slade. Oh, dear. Let me see. So, yeah, it's all looking good. Get another log on the fire. No, trust me, that's a great big lump of oak. That's going to burn for ages, mate. And it's, trust me, I'll tell you what, I've got a big lump of this stuff, right? It's kiln dried oak. Loads of it. And it burns so hot like you would not believe. And that is to a couple of really nice local lads who popped up. And they made this for me. How cool is that? You two know who you are. And you're absolute legends, the pair of you. They saved my ass. Who brought up a load of firewood for me because, yeah, it's been a crazy time. So, yeah, donations of firewood, that really blew my mind. And that is helping big time. All right. Yes, that's in Ohio. First one shot. Happy days. Good to see you, brother. Darren Sadler. Hi, dude. Yeah, it is awesome, mate. Wicked. Pembrokeshire, Wales, Walsall. Right, so we're all looking good. So, someone's in Russia. Green Diesel. There's a lot going on in Russia that we're not told over here. So, yeah, be interesting to see what is actually going on out there. Love the sign, Sky Girl. Yeah, I know. I still can't think where to put it yet. And no nasty comments, please. So, yeah, Julie, hi. The two Julies. Yeah, the two Julies. I don't know which one, but if people write swear words, but they use like stars and stuff in between, that's fine, okay? So, if you can, please don't put them in the sin bin for that. That'd be cool. And all good in the hood. Tiny Outdoors. Hi, Matt. How you doing, mate? Hope you're doing well. I know being a truck driver is a bit of a gig, mate. So you make sure you chill out, okay? Don't forget, Matt, 9 o'clock, have a drink. So I would like to know right now how much you guys are paying for diesel. I've heard that in America, I don't know how true this is, but they currently have 20 days left of diesel and them guys are dry. Whether that's true or it's a bit of fear media. I don't really know. There's been so much information that I've going through it. I've not had time to double check all of that. It's something that I come across literally about 15 minutes before I come on air, so I haven't managed to confirm that. So yeah, diesel 191, 186. Wow, ouch. 185, 188, 193. So we're looking between 180 and nearly £2. Slave to no man, hello mate, good to see you. 195 in Brecon. Yeah, it's currently 190 or 189.9, which is 190 really, isn't it? Oh man, that's where I am in the middle of Wales. So yeah, it's looking, wow, Meg, you're paying nearly $2. Wow, that's crazy. 25% VAT on fuel. I thought it was more than that, to be honest. But anyway, yeah, it's looking pretty much that across the UK right now, we are getting anything between 180 to £2. So yeah, there's a big 20 pence difference per litre. That's cool. Thanks for that, guys. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to... Right, we're looking at commodities. We're looking at markets, okay, because we always want to make sure that we're up to speed with the markets. So let me see what we got here. Heating oil, blimey, that's at 122. That's gone up a bit. 122.31. That's US dollars, by the way. Now let's go down to metals, because metals are always interesting. Now Friday's a funny time of the markets, and I done a post on my Instagram account earlier. Incidentally, let me just move that a bit. If you're not following me on Instagram, if you can, go to my main YouTube page. There's a link to my Instagram account, funkyprepper_official. Okay, on there I've done a post today, and it was in 1929 when the stock market crashed that year. On this date, there was a big, massive change. Now we're going to be looking at dollars a bit later on. Okay, so gold, we're currently running live right now, 1,644 dollars. That's obviously troy ounce. Okay, silver currently at 19.28 a troy ounce. That's dollars, obviously. Right, I want to see what coal's doing, because coal, that's gone up marginally. That's $270 a ton now. All right, so it'd be interesting to go back through these live streams over time and see these prices actually change. Okay, heating oil, I was speaking to a lovely old gentleman today. He used to be in the police, then he went to be a firefighter. Really lovely old guy. And the amount of money he's paying from heating oil as well. How much are you guys paying for your heating oil in the UK? Because he said to me it's gone outrageous. Now currently it's priced in American dollars. That's 123.63 US dollars. That's for 100 liters. Okay, interesting. It's not in gallons, but that's how it is. Right, we're looking at the Brent market. Wow, that's just moving right now. We're looking at $93.91 a barrel. Yeah, that market's changing. Right, okay, we'll keep an eye on that. It's moving. The WTI, which is almost like crude. Okay, that's currently $87.72 a barrel. Okay, John, I know you're a bit of a fan, mate. Aluminium, that's gone down a bit. We're looking at 2,287.35 US dollars per ton. Okay, it's only down 1.82%. So maybe expect to see a few changes when you go to do what you got to do. Copper, that's obviously interesting. That's currently at 345. That's US ton. Zinc, wow, 2,983.85. That is marginally up. That's also by US ton. Okay, let me see, what else have we got? Coffee's down. Wow, coffee's taken a hit. I've just seen, thank you very much, Windsurfer. Right, I've got to come out of here and see that. Could you not get a bigger fire? You could fit all the WF members in there. Yeah, do you know what? Funny to say that. Right? This is a back boiler, all right? So this doesn't get really hot around here. All of the magic is in the top bit, all right? Now, in between the roof of the fire and the ceiling of the fire, there is these pipes that you can probably see there. So all it does is water gets pumped over where it gets really, really hot, and it heats up the radiators and the hot water in the home. So it's not really hot sat next to this. Okay, that's why I can put all this wood there, and it's absolutely fine. I actually got one of those digital laser dot temperature sensors, put it on there, and at the very front, I think it's 90 degrees. Most of it was about 60 degrees. All right, so don't worry about funky. I'm not going to catch fire. And oh, there's been another super chat as well. Greetings from Wiltshire. That's by Wide Eyed and Awake. Thank you very much for them donations, guys. That's awesome, by the way. And obviously, if you can't, don't, or won't, if you want to donate, you don't have to. I'm not asking for any money, but some people, if they want to help, it's absolutely awesome. It makes this channel move with the website development. Everything costs a lot of money, and people use PayPal. Okay, there's a link below. If you do friends and family, that means all of the money goes towards this channel and creating a website. Okay, so moving back quickly to the commodities market. Yeah, coffee's down to 172. That's a 3.31% drop. That's quite strange. That's bucking the trend from everything else there. Corn's marginally dropped. That's currently at 681. That's US per bushel, obviously, as we know. Feeder for cattle, that's up. That's up over a whole percent. That's at 178. That's US dollars per pound. Rape seeds. Now, obviously, we touched on earlier about the price of oil going up. We're looking at 648 euros. Wow, it's in euros now per ton. So that's dropped marginally. Okay, rice. There is going to be problems in the future with rice. So make sure if you haven't got rice, get loads. Okay. You asked my mate Lee from the bug out. Rice stores indefinitely. All right. So rice, we're looking. Wow, that's at 16.12 at the moment. And wheat, that has gone up marginally, not too much. That's 337.25 US per ton. Sugar is down a little bit. That's currently 18 cents a pound, which is negligible, really. So that is pretty much up to speed and up to date with the markets. So, yeah. Yeah, born outside, absolutely. If I do get a chance to look at the chat, if it isn't capital letters, I can see it easy. Prepping on the budget, thank you very much for that donation, so much appreciate that. And Roger DeBar, when they come for us, there know where to run. We're on a small island. Well, always never give up, mate. Yeah, I'm not going down without a fight, and a lot of people are backing me on that and doing the same thing. Okay, so right, let me see. So that is pretty much it. Updated with all of that. That's really cool. And we are now going to be looking at some of the news. And trust me, it's bonkers. It always is. All right. So it's hard to know where to start. Right. It really is hard to know where to start. Okay, then let's go from this one. Like I say, I was just making so many notes, so I didn't have time in the end to collate them in any order. So we're just going to hit it. All right. So here we go. 28,000 UK residents are now in personal insolvency. So if you don't really know what that means, that is beyond debt. And they got into a situation where it's going to affect a lot of things, especially with credit ratings and things. Okay. So if any of you guys know anyone, or maybe yourself, have or going or about to probably go into that category, can you let us know in the chat? That would be good to know, because it's literally going to be like a boots on the ground thing where we can have live intel backed up from what we're finding out on the research wise. Okay. I bet most of them are hard working as well. Julie, yeah, you're probably right. It's always the way, you know. I've always said the people on lower money are usually nicer, more genuine people. When you look at like nurses and carers and people like that, I mean, really good, lovely, caring, nice people. And you look at the other end of the scale, we got barristers, where they don't mind lying in a professional way to get off really seriously horrible, nasty people for big money. So I've always said it should be flipped. You know, people who do a really good, genuine, hard work in job should be massively rewarded for it. Jeremy Hunt. Yeah. So yeah, we're looking at a lot. Don't have a car, smoke or drink. Not many people will be able to afford to do that soon. Trevor, I think it was, who said that. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it is. Wow. Except for the fact that Barrister is a good guy. Yes. Yes. Agree. I concur. Right. So listen to this. The Office of National Statistics, or more lovingly referred to as the ONS, okay, they are saying that there's massive rises in prices. Moreover, pasta, bread, and vegetable oil, amongst other essential items. Now, lots of us prep for pasta, okay? Lots of us have it in our preps. If you haven't, bloody hell, sorry, that just blew my mind. Share and support, my friends. Hopefully, one day we can always UK wide prepper meet. Have plenty of space in my new headquarters. UK prepper, thanks very much for that, sir. You're an absolute legend. Matthew as well, thank you very much for that super chat, I think it is. When do you think planned power cut? Because I'm getting prepared. Well, what we've been told officially with planned power cuts is going to be in January. Okay, so in my opinion, we've all got plenty of time to get things in place ready for when those events start to get rolled out. Okay, like I said in the last live stream, right? It's very hard to pinpoint exactly what's going to happen, but big things are going to happen in America and in the UK from the 4th of November. Okay, it's a very, very important date for you guys to remember, right? So if I was you and you get a bit of time, do lots of research looking into the 4th of November. Okay, there's big, big changes coming. Okay, we're looking at big upshifts and kick up the asses in government. It started off pretty much in Italy, and we're going to get onto other stuff soon with the news because there's a lot going on. Okay. So yeah, basically the ONS, what they're saying about those essential items which we lovingly prep for. Okay, I mean personally, I've got loads of vegetable oil. I'm using stuff that went out of date early last year, and it's absolutely fine, by the way. Okay. If you've got a common rail diesel engine, you can run vegetable oil in that as well. You can actually burn it in hurricane lamps if you really wanted to at a pinch. You know, it's not just something to cook with. They're very, very essential items, in my opinion. Bread, obviously, that's going to tie in with wheat. And we just looked at the wheat prices earlier, and it's very, very marginal. So nothing really to worry about as yet, but possibly it could be going up. Don't forget the harvest reports. They're starting to come in now. So we're starting to see how good or bad the yields were across the globe, really, not just the UK. So prices are going to be changing based on the reports that are coming out soon, and we're really waiting for those. We can't wait to see them. Okay, so we are looking at the ONS saying the prices are rising at its fastest rate in 40 years. Yes, 40 years. 40 years. So if you think nothing's going on, there's nothing to worry about, my supermarket stock, the prices aren't that high, well, guess what? It's the fastest rising rate in 40 years. And people will tell you, all right, just because you are fortunate enough to live in an area where your supermarket is fully stocked and the prices aren't crazy, that is not a true reflection of what is going on all around the UK. Don't forget, I'm in contact with lots of people, right, all over the UK. And what I'm hearing is sporadic reports of differences all over supermarkets. Excuse me. So let's just drop into the chat quick. Yeah, Scottish Urban Prepper, thanks. If we can hit the thumbs up, guys, it really helps. All you got to do is come up in chat, go into the thumbs up, click on that, go back into the chat. It takes 1 or 2 seconds, and you've only got to do it once. And it really, really helps. Just that little thing, just clicking that thumbs up is a massive thing, okay? If everyone done it, it would be really good. So that is scary in its own right, okay? So the prices and essential items are literally just going to go skyrocket. So also, in the time that we was here last, we've got a new PM, another one, and I jokingly put up on my Instagram account a picture of number 10 Downing Street with one of those department stores revolving door on the front, because that's how frequent it's being used now. Boris Johnson went, the silly lady come and gone. Now Rishi the Dishy's in, our WEF friend, just like the silly lady was as well. And yeah, it's one big club, and we're not in it. We've got our own club. So yeah, obviously, before I carry on, if you haven't done so already, the link below the video, if you can subscribe to the mailing list, okay? Very, very important, because there's big things coming on the website and we're hoping to get it all up and done by the end of the year. The only reason I'm asking this is because if anything happens to this channel, it gets demonetized because of what I talk about here on, as regards to truth. If it goes, I can still contact you guys, and I'll probably set up on Brighteon or Odyssey or Rumble or something like that, okay? So it's very important that you do that. There's about 2,000 people who have done it so far. So thanks to all of you, 2,000 of you who have signed up to the mailing list. Let me know if the emails have been coming through. The ones that I sent recently had all of them discounts on there for those really top of the range Olight stuff. Massive savings in there. So all of the subscribers to the mailing list got that. So well done, you guys. And we're looking at teaming up with lots of other companies to get big discounts as well. So stay tuned. Make sure you're signed to the mailing list. So moving on to our friend Rishi, okay? He's only 40 years old. Apparently he's the youngest prime minister ever of all time. Right. He says, now this, right, should scare you, right? It should. It scares me. It really, really does. Because if you fully understood what he's saying, it's really bad, okay? So the new central bank digital currency will be in place by 2025. Now, that is less than 3 years. 3 years. 3 years to get your act together. 3 years, you want to do everything you can to move out of the urban environment and become self-sufficient, okay? Because let me tell you this, every single transaction that you would like to do, you won't be able to do. Some will, most won't. And it pretty much is linked up with the carbon credit system. In China, they've done the social credit system. It's going to be the same template as that, but in our own format. I don't know if you saw Neil, my friend Neil McCoy Ward, who was just on before me. He's down in London at the moment, and he was saying about the amount of CCTV cameras. And yeah, when I was down there, it's insane, okay? Lots of people who go in and out of London wear baseball caps and drop it down like this. Sylvia Hall, thank you very much for that kind donation. And like I said, our American friends, we're drinking some American brew tonight. Yes, sir, we certainly are. Oh, and we've also had some donations drop. Sorry, I can't miss you out. It's not fair, on PayPal. So thank you to Simon and Sally. Thank you very much indeed for those donations. That's much appreciated. That, like I said, the PayPal thing, all of the money goes straight into the channel, okay? With some of these super things that I think Google take a percentage off, which is a bit naughty because I think they've got enough money, to be honest. But there we go. So thanks for those PayPal donations. The links are below. That's awesome. So yeah, like I said, Rishi, central bank digital currency will be in place by 2025, and that is less than 3 years. So blockchains, cryptocurrencies, CBDC, they're different, but they're the same. You are going to need to look into it. Now, I could sit here for about an hour talking about this, but we've got other things to do. What's that? Oh, let me see. Ko-fi doesn't take money off. Exactly, yeah. Ko-fi is directly linked to PayPal. Absolutely well said. Yeah, some people do kindly buy me coffee for a small amount of money or something on there. And it depends how you want to do it. As I say, you don't have to. It's entirely up to you, okay? Andrew G, thanks very much for that, sir. That's awesome. You're an absolute legend. Thank you, Andrew. So yes, central bank digital currency. So you are talking about the end of cash, pretty much. There is going to be a phased process. So cash will slowly be accepted in less and less and less shops, okay? Personally, what I do, as I got a good friend on here right now in the chat, and we do the same, right? If we go into a shop and they don't accept cash, we just say, that's fine, I'm going to take my cash and I'm going to spend it on another business. Good luck with what you're doing. And I'll make sure I tell as many people as I can online about that business. They should not be supported at all, in my opinion. And people need to do things like this, okay? Spread the word, okay? It helps, because all the time we've got cash. I know it's fiat, but it's a lot better than this central bank stuff. Let me tell you this. If there's something that you've done or said which government doesn't approve, or you've had too much sugar that week, or they deem you've had too much alcohol, literally that transaction will be blocked and you won't be able to do it. It's complete control of all of your money. Okay, they can stop it, they can empty it, they can do whatever they want, and they know exactly what you're getting, where you're getting it from. They're looking at the frequencies of what you're buying and the amounts and times. It's really bad. Oh, look at that. Bulldog Prepper, I love you, mate. Cash is king. Absolutely, cash is king. All right. So, yes. What are your thoughts on this CBDC? Okay. I would have thought that there's not many people who are in fan of this. Control of your life. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's really, really bad, honestly. If you're new to this and you're just joining up to see this sort of stuff now, some of it may be overwhelming. I mean, personally, I've had since 2008 to get my head around all of this, and some of you guys probably right now who are just finding out about the world is run differently, how we've always been taught, and we've basically all been lied to, and we are continually being lied to right now, and we will be over time. But from what I'm looking into, the amount of people, especially in America, have got so much discord for mainstream media. Okay, sorry, I just saw something there. Windsurfer, here we go. Freedom of speech platforms, Trump's true social will expose the swamp. Elon, Twitter. Yeah, there's loads going on. Hollywood, don't get me started on Hollywood. Don't. Would be here all night. Okay, so yeah, that is seriously bad news. I mean, if you look at, I'll tell you what, the quickest way to do it, right, if you don't want to research, is Neil McCoy Ward's done a quite good basic introduction into our current Prime Minister, his backgrounds and stuff, and his wife and the tax. Yeah, seriously watch that video, okay? Neil McCoy Ward. You want to check that out. I think he done it last week or a few days ago. Yeah, it's very good. So yeah, we're looking at France and now Holland. France were the first. I know us English, us Brits slag off the French, but I'll tell you what, sometimes they got more balls than us, because if they want change, they literally take to the streets en masse and do something, where we just sit around and moan a lot. And if we do go to a protest, we won't do anything, we just get our phones out. What's that going to do, really? The French, I've got big respect for the French and what they do. So they started it. Guess what? Holland have just joined them. And do you know what I'm saying? They have just publicly, only recently, right? They've just withdrew from the Energy Charter Treaty. Yes, in the EU. So if you don't know, really, it's all climate change agenda, which most of us will agree is absolute BS. And basically, they're using that as a key to open the door to push us through. And once we're through that door, the door gets shut, there's no going back. So when you see all of this coming down the road, it's climate change nonsense, okay? And a good friend of mine, Dave, he does a channel called Adapt 2030. He done a great piece on this. And what he'd done was he showed the graph over time of the planet's temperatures. And when you look at the massive funded climate change agenda, which is going on in the mainstream media, there is two key eras of that graph which they removed. Okay, if they was to put them back in, a mini ice age and the other one, if they put them back in, literally the planet would hot, cold, like this all the way along. Okay, they've removed them, so what it looks like is, in recent times, it's just gone like this, and they're making it look like it's all our fault. Okay, in my opinion, and we're all entitled to our opinion, and you're entitled to yours. I don't want you to do what I do. I just want you to research and think for yourself like I do. Okay, in my opinion, human beings have got nothing to do with the climate of this planet. That is my own personal opinion based on years of looking into this stuff. All right, if you haven't spent years looking into this stuff and you want to believe the mainstream, that's fine, absolutely fine. But let me tell you, everything is being blamed on that. Okay, when it's linked into carbon credits, carbon footprints. Okay, whatever you buy through the central bank digital currency, a carbon limit on there, an amount. Okay, so if you buy something which took a lot of carbon to reduce, your carbon credits will go down really fast and you won't have much left for heating your home, running the internet, running your car, that sort of thing. So it's all looking real grim unless we start doing something. And the minimum things that we can do is tell everyone about what's going on. Okay. So yeah, well done France, well done Holland for withdrawing from the Energy Charter Treaty. Now we're going to touch on with Sweden. They've done something very similar. Okay, that blew my mind when I found out about what Sweden's up to. So, like I said in the last live stream, okay, are we on the brink of a civil war in the UK? If you look at that live stream, if you haven't done so, I say on there that the amount of things that are going to be coming down the road where you're going to see governments all the way around the world where these WEF members have got in, which is extreme left, liberal, whatever way you want to call it, okay, they are going to be taken out one by one, okay. Italy, it started and it's moving over. Sorry, I just saw a great big yellow thing come up on my screen. Oh, let me see. It's Roger Dable or Roger DeBole. I apologise if I butchered that name, sir. Have you heard about the law that Canada assisted suicide? Yeah, do you know I've got a friend in Canada? I don't know if he's watching tonight. My mate Paul. I'll check out with him. Who's no good to society no more, has depression. I heard about that. I've not yet seen it myself, but yes, I read an article about that, Roger. But yes, mate, I'm going to have to check that out and watch that, I think, with my own eyes, because it's always good to see that rather than just read some text on the screen, because I read a lot in case you've missed it. All right, so well done, France. Well done, Holland. Now hear this. How it's going with energy prices and inflation and all of that good stuff, right? I bet you, some of you who are watching right now have been hearing little stories popping up here and there in the mainstream media and trickling down to where we all reside. Yes, eating insects. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to name him. He's probably on it now. But his kids were at school and they was introducing, do you remember that silly program on the telly years ago, that I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here? We should do I'm a Prepper, Get Me Out of Here. That'd be cool, wouldn't it, in Australia? How funny would that be? But no, they were doing Bush Tucker trial style things at my mate's school. So they're getting kids to eat these grubs and things, like a Bush Tucker thing. So you can see what they're doing. They're bringing it in, as they always do with the younger generation, moreover the children of our lovely countries, America and the UK. They are taking the rice right now, okay? They're going for the kids, they're making it fun, they're making it normal, okay? Then you start going through teenage years where they're stuck on social media, they're really in that trap where nothing else in the world matters. They're going to be looking up at their demigods, their idols, which is going to be, you know, their pop singers and or whatever they are these days, okay? And they're going to be openly saying, oh yeah, the digital currency thing's great, and yeah, we eat like cricket burgers and things, it's really cool. And these kids look up to them and they're going to listen to them more than their own parents. So you can see where this is going. They're targeting the younger generations. Like I said, the anxiety with students as well at the top of the video, that's very, very real, and it's bloody terrible to hear. It really is. So, like I said, insects, mainstream. Do you know what just come out very recently? I've just found out Aldi UK will be stocking insect foods in their stores soon. How long is soon? I don't know. I'm just reading what they've released publicly on their website, okay? Which is absolutely bloody insane. So yeah, you've heard it here first. There will be insects in food, in supermarkets in the UK soon. We've been hearing about it. Nothing's really happened, but it looks like it's coming down the road. Storm Wild, yeah, I agree. Absolutely, they can Foxtrot Oscar. Definitely. Rat burgers, 100%. Rat burgers. I'll tell you what, you're on about Demolition Man, aren't you? When they're living underground. I love that film. Oh, I've just seen. So I'm not going to say your full name. Wow. Andrew, thank you very much for the PayPal donation, sir. That really, really is awesome. I much appreciate that, sir. That's great. PayPal, sweet. But yeah, at some point I am going to be migrating away from PayPal. What I tend to do, as soon as money goes in there, I'll withdraw it, because I am a bit worried about what happened to my mate Neil. He had loads of money in there and they wouldn't let him have it, and it took him about 2 weeks to get it out. Okay, they were doing all sorts because of what he's saying on his YouTube channel. Neil McCoy Ward, I think you know the guys, yeah. So yes, I don't want the same happening to me, so I will be migrating away from PayPal at some point. But at the moment, it all seems to be working. So yes, let me see. Aldi will be stocking insect food in their stores soon. Oh Christ, let me see. Sorry about that. Matthew McNeil. Wait until they bring out Soylent Green. Yeah, who has seen Soylent Green? If you haven't seen that film, go on eBay, buy it for a couple of pounds. You'll be glad you did. It's a very good film. Yeah, Soylent Green. Soylent Green is people, remember? Oh, cool. Scottish Urban Prepper. You're an absolute legend. You don't have to donate, man, honestly. Oh, thanks for that. I appreciate it. Due to the, yeah, in schools, have you heard that they are cutting staff, cutting subjects, going from 5 days a week to 4 days a week learning? No, I've not heard that yet. Is that up in Scotland or is that UK? Because I'll tell you what, buddy, I've got some Scottish news coming up soon, if you stay tuned. No, wow. I mean, you know, a lot of us preppers, we homeschool our kids because we just don't believe in the state, which we do not like at all. You know, why would you want them spending 7 hours a day with your children? Personally, not for me. I don't know, a lot of you guys homeschool out there, so well done. It's a bloody hard job, but it's worth it. In my opinion, you're going to turn out better adults at the end of it. But hey ho, freedom of speech, freedom of choice. You do what you've got to do. Okay. Right. Yes, this made me laugh. I couldn't believe it, but it's actually true. I found two sources of this right on the internet. Illegal immigrants making their way from Africa to Spain and then trying to get away from Spain over into the UK. They're getting from Africa to Spain on jet skis. Can you believe that? Jet skis. Yeah. I think I made a further note on this topic. I'm sure I wrote that down. Oh man, there's been so much. Oh, there we are. Yes. Yeah. I will be coming to that in a bit. In actual fact, I'll say it now because it's related, isn't it? Yeah, illegal immigrants are paying 10,000 euros to use jet skis from Africa to get to Spain. Now, apparently, they're very difficult to detect on radar. So these guys are getting really smart now because they are desperate. Okay, obviously they're quite well funded. Whatever money they've got, they're paying these human trafficking people, and I'll use that word people very loosely. Okay, they're getting them guys to get people over into the EU from Africa or via Africa on jet skis because they're very difficult to detect on radar. Also, the Balkan route, so via Hungary. All right, so they're coming over. 200,000 migrants crossed, and we're looking at 55,000 arrived in Spain from that's 2021 and 9 months of 2022. So yeah, it's a big issue, and I do believe we might even have some of you guys down in Kent, down Dover or Folkestone maybe. If you could like hit us up in the chat from what you're seeing and hearing locally, because that's a main bottleneck where a lot of migrants enter the UK illegally. All right. Now, obviously, you can do it the correct way. All right, which is fine. Don't forget. Now, listen. Before some of you guys might start throwing stuff around the room and ranting in the comments and making it a nightmare from our friends, the moderators. All right. Now, listen to this. Right. This is me speaking from the heart right now. All immigrants, whether they're legal or illegal, coming into this country, it's not their fault. Do you know why? It's the government's fault because they are allowing them to come in. Okay? If you was desperate and you wanted a better life, I think you probably would too. All right? I bloody would. If it was this bad coming over here and I had to go somewhere else, I'd do everything I could to better my life for my family. Okay? Now, obviously, some of them are using that as a cloaking device, for want of a better term, to gain entry to the UK, but they've got agendas and missions, shall we say, once they're over here in the UK. We're just talking about genuine immigrants who are desperate to get to the UK without any illegal activities going through their mind to cause any harm and theft. They just want a break and they want somewhere, a fresh start where they're going to feel safe. It's the governments who are saying, yeah, come in. All right. That's all I'm saying. I don't know how you guys think of that, but there it is. Adam, yeah, 3 deep. Yeah, you're right there, dude. It's been going on for quite a while. It really, really has. So yeah, if you guys are commenting, please don't use swear words and don't be really out of order because the moderators will be on it. Because we want to make this a nice, friendly, safe place to interact. Okay, so one thing that I've learned, especially in 2020 when the issue happened, especially online on social media, was allowing myself to be triggered. Someone will say something, and I'm like, whoa. And you think, well, I'll tell you what, stop, don't do it. You're leaving a digital footprint, okay? Once it's done, it's done. So yeah, and of course, it's not going to make anyone feel any better if you're ranting and being nasty. So yeah, that was pretty scary, wasn't it, doing that? Where do we get to? Sweden, right? Yeah, they just basically reversed and stopped all of their net zero climate change agenda. All right, so they've basically just gone, do you know what? Nah, we're not playing this no more. And I would guess, maybe estimate that Sweden was quite a liberal country, but they had their massive, again, the government allowed it, mass migration of, I'm not going to say the word because it's just going to get messy out there. Lots of these peoples entered Sweden and they're all living in the south, and the amount of social problems that have happened since then has been insane. Okay, so yeah, Sweden, they've basically just gone like that to their net zero climate change agenda. Right, so that is amazing news. It really, really is. If you guys know the big picture, hearing news like this is absolutely awesome. Like I said, between November the 4th and February next year, expect to see massive changes across all countries in the Western world with government structures. Okay, all of the left who have been put there will be removed, with all of us prepper patriot style, maybe the right. Okay, that's what's coming. Wild-eyed and awake. Oh, cool. Wide-eyed and awake. Sorry, they would be running adverts on TV with acoustic guitars and persons singing in the background, telling us to eat louse. To have no thanks. Yeah. Do you know what? They absolutely will. There will be massive media campaigns and using celebrities. Celebrities were crazy. They're going to use them as their vehicle to push that is good to save the planet and eat bugs and insects. They're going to make it normal. And we're going to touch on that in a bit because there's more to come on that later on. Okay. Also, I remember a long time ago, do you remember students here in the UK when they was having these student loans? So they was getting these loans for what, £12,000, 20,000, whatever it was. I can't really remember. It's so long ago. The students were getting these loans and they were saying basically you don't have to pay it back until you get a job which paid X amount. Okay, so at the moment there was a big poll done, and I think there was 1,600 students who were interviewed in this poll, and the amount of people who are saying, you know, big anxiety issues, it's really heartbreaking, to be honest, because like I said, they're absolutely targeting the younger generation. All right, so if you're a parent and you've got a kid and you know they're at university or college, I would advise that if you can get them to a college or university nearer to where you live and stay with you rather than student accommodation and all that sort of stuff. You know, I was at college and I used to travel to and from, I used to stay with mum and dad, and I used to have a part-time job, and I'd done some military work, and I used to get the money and I used to give it to mum and dad, and I stayed there, and when I wasn't there I went away and that sort of stuff. You know, that worked. I didn't want to go to these hall of residence and all this sort of stuff. This is just too expensive, to be honest. And, you know, I really feel sorry for the kids and students who are going through this. I seriously do feel sorry for them. PayPal, Martin, thank you very much for that donation, sir. Very kind. It's supporting the channel, which is good. We've got lots to do with the software that we're about to order soon, actually. So that really helps getting that money there. Thank you very much, Martin. That's awesome. Yes. So let's put that there. Yeah. Right. Spending an extra £400 on average. This is for caring for vulnerable and loved ones. Okay. So we're talking about unpaid carers now. So seriously, like I said earlier, they do an amazing job for very little money, massive hearts, okay? And they're well getting penalised and they need help big time, okay? So if you're a carer or you know carers, okay, stick whatever you feel you need to in the chat box here, because there's other people on there, all right? Yeah, Lee, thanks for that, dude. Like I say, yeah, building websites cost a lot of money. It seriously does. And everything else, because this is my full-time job. So, yes. So we're looking at carers now, right? So unpaid carers. I mean, my dad was a carer from my mum, and before she sadly died in 2020, when the issue was going on, they really don't get the help that they deserve and they need, especially if they're carers, like similar than my dad was. A lot of people, as they get older, they don't like to ask. They don't want to be a burden. So a lot of them suffer in silence. Okay, so if you do know anyone, just send them a text or knock on the door and have a chat. Make them a cup of tea or something. Okay, it will make them feel valued, and trust me, it could really make their day, because their days are probably really bad going through all of this, and it's a struggle. Okay, so any little things to help, even a cup of tea and a 10-minute chat will be awesome. Because let me tell you this, when they're settling down to go to sleep that night, that thought might pop into their head before they go to sleep. And the thought of someone having a really bad, hard, struggling day, to have a really nice thought that someone was actually being nice to them and having their back just before they go to sleep, that makes me happy hearing stuff like that. Okay, so they're already looking at the rises in prices now. They're looking at switching things to make their money go further so they can care better. All right, so LED lights, apparently the sales of them have gone up. Roger, I've become a member of the Freedom Alliance, hoping it might make a difference. Ha, rock on, dude. No, seriously cool. Thanks for the donation, buddy. Appreciate that. Yeah, that's cool. Freedom. Oh, what a word. Cool word that is. Yeah, LED lights, they're switching to those. Damn, the prices of those, the sales gone up 49%. That's a massive rise. People are now bleeding radiators more because they want to make sure they got enough heat. And if you have gas central heating or something like that, make sure that you bleed your radiators, okay? Get all the air out. Make sure they're nice and tight after, okay? And repressurize your boiler. Put in the make and the model and do it yourself. There's probably YouTube videos telling you how to do this. If you're any concerns in doing this, please get a professional to do it for you, okay? Repressurize your boiler, because when you adjust and bleed the radiators, you're going to lose pressure in the boiler and you need to get it back up again. Oh, cool. Matt Santini. Hey, I just see what it is. Oh, my brother, man, is in Portugal. Man, I tell you, you've done so well. And Lee's in the chat as well, Matt. Really good to see him, mate. Man, I'll miss you in that big loud motorbike of yours. Oh, looking for land, you would love it here. Normal to wear a large knife in your belt in public, and the food is going everywhere. Matt, thanks for that, sir. I really appreciate that. And it is, you've painted a really cool picture in my mind, dude. Oh, man, that must be awesome. Can you imagine just popping to the shop to get whatever it is, food that you haven't got already, and you're carrying a big blade on your side and it's fine? Oh, dude. Oh, man. Oh, God bless you, Matt. You and yours. I hope she's still singing out there. She's got the voice for it, bro. You know it. That's absolutely awesome. Sean E. There we go. This is more than I get from a government. Oh, what's this? Shane Marsh. Is it needing that time? Oh, we got 5 minutes away from Drinky Poos. This is more than I get from the government as a carer. Oh, so we got carers in the house. Yeah, absolutely. Chris Lee for next week's beer o'clock. Chris, you don't have to do that. Oh, dude, I'm gonna have to sort you out, mate, because you already helped me out with some graphics. Okay, bloody hell. And also, like I said, they're bleeding the radiators and stuff. They're trying to make things warmer for their elderly residents that they're looking after. The caring people are awesome. All of them are bloody awesome. They do a really hard job, crappy hours, running around like crazy, very little pay. Okay, but they got hearts of gold. I mean, I'll tell you what, God bless them all. They are absolutely doing an amazing service out there. And lots of people are getting thicker curtains now. Now, we're in a rented property and some of the curtains are okay. Um, what I might have to do is try and hunt around, measure up. My mum used to be a curtain maker, so it's still in there, measure up. Oh, God bless you, mum. So yeah, I need to get some big thick curtains as well because it does do a lot from keeping that cold air that's around windows, keeping it there when you've got nice warm air in your room. Okay, especially for elderly people. Like I said in the last live stream, the older you are, the thinner your blood gets, and it gets very difficult. Okay, when the winter comes, and also on top of all that, the actual urge that they're pushing smart meters like absolutely crazy. Okay, that's the mainstream narrative. They're saying, everyone's struggling, get a smart meter, it'll save you a fortune. No, it won't. I'll tell you what, it'll give you raging headaches and lots of other health issues. And if you do anything wrong, they can just switch it off. So, no, I don't think it's a good idea having one of those smart meters myself. So, we're looking at localised news now. We're going to Swindon. Excuse me. Swindon Council, they have set up a website to help with the cost of living crisis. Okay, maybe it's not much, but they're doing something. Okay, now there's 18 different areas for support on this website that Swindon Council have just set up. Okay, free to low cost food, and it tells you where all these areas are within Swindon. Okay, so to help with energy costs, childcare, debt, all that sort of thing. Okay, and they've also called it Feeding Swindon Network. So if you're in the Sweden, if you're in the Swindon area and you're struggling a bit, or you know someone who's struggling, look into this or tell them about this. Okay, the Swindon Council have done a website, and you want to Google, or if you use another search engine like we all do, really, Feeding Swindon Network. All right, have a look into that, and there should be some help pointing you in the right direction to help people, especially in the vulnerable out there. Okay. There we go. Our friends, the WEF, they just published an article which outlined how people can be conditioned to enjoy consuming bugs, weeds, and sewage water. Sound like a nice bunch, don't they? Like I said, from what I've been looking into, there is strong evidence to suggest between November the 4th and February next year, the WEF will be in serious big trouble. Okay. Now I hope I'm right in this. Okay, I really do, because no one really likes what they're doing. Only the brainwashed idiots will probably like what they're doing. We got 1.5 minutes till beer o'clock. Thanks for throwing up the thingies there. And look at that, all of that American beer tonight. Yeah, American beer. That's a new one on me. So I'm itching to try the American beer. That would be absolutely awesome. So let me see. So yeah, the WF. Yeah, thanks for that. Somehow I don't want to be playing your twisted, silly little game. Right, Germany. Here we go. Supermarkets. No Coca-Cola. No Kellogg's. Procter and Gamble. Mars Foods. By the way, they're all WEF partners. If you didn't know that already, sorry to shock you there, but it's true. Pepsi, Milka, Ritter Sports, Snickers, Wrigley's Chewing Gum, and mayonnaise and pet food in Germany. They're due to energy costs and additives and high prices coming to the UK soon. So what you're seeing in Germany, it does seem to be a bit of a template to what's going to be rolled out across Europe and indeed in the UK. All right, so you heard it here first. If you enjoy those products, most of us don't, but there are going to be some people who enjoy them products. If you like them and you want them in your preps, Now would be a good idea to get them in stock, because there could be proper shortages. Because the problem is the prices and the monies and negotiations between the supplier and the manufacturer, i.e. the supermarkets, big conflab right there. So yeah, a lot of supermarkets are just going to stop stocking them. So I've just seen on the time, and look, it's Drinky Poo's time. Can you see that? American Pale Ale. So there we go. Do you know what? I should do that every 9 o'clock. I don't want to do it too loud. I'll wake the boy up. You know what happened the other time? So yeah, here comes that really cool opener. I hope it don't go everywhere. Oh. Ooh. Wow. That smells sweet and fruity. I might like this. So yeah, here we go. All the way from America. Got this special, okay? American Ale. Cheers, everybody. Happy live stream. Well, actually, that ain't that bad. I would say that's more of a summer drink. Wow, look at that, 4.5%. Pioneers of true refreshment and taste, from Portland, Maine, in the US of A. There you go. That's very much like I would say a golden, like a summer ale. Yeah, definitely. A blonde, I would say, probably. A pale ale. I don't really drink pale ale. So yeah, cheers to our American friends from across the pond. Salute. Cheers. Damn. That's pretty good. Wow. I might be swayed to IPA after all. Not the sort of stuff I buy, really, but there you go. Right, so there we go. Germany, yeah. So what is going on in Germany right now? Now, I've got a friend who's in Germany, but I don't think he's on the chat at the moment. Let me have a little whiz through. No, I can't see him. Ronnie, I think he's out on the sherbet again, so he's probably off out. Yeah, Chris, I said that on the live stream a few months ago, mate. Yeah, definitely. Bjorn, sorry, Björn. I heard you come to England, sir. Wow, I need to check that out. Man, I've been so busy. I've not really watched many YouTube videos. I've been literally working behind the scenes getting this website and loads of other stuff done. So yeah, it's been pretty crazy. This is Alfred LaRock. Need to get a Cali creaming ale. Alfred LaRock. Cheers. Oh my God, look at that. Love from across the pond there. Sir, you're an absolute gent. Look at that. Kept your word, dude. Oh, God bless you, sir. That's bloody brilliant. Wow. Cheers, Mr. LaRock. Right. So, yeah, that's Germany done. Now, some of you guys in Scotland, this is way out there. Shetland Islands, okay? Moreover, this, let me see where it come to. Yes, it had the Orkney, Shetland, and Faroe Islands were affected by this, okay? So, Björn, yeah, you're a legend, sir. Right. Apparently, there was an undersea internet and phone cable, and that does mobile phones as well, that was cut. Now, there is rumours saying that that was sabotaged, okay? Purely because how it was cut and severed. It doesn't look like it's an accident from what I'm hearing so far. So it's really early in the day to find out exactly what happened. But up there in the Shetland Islands and the other two islands, there's no phone, no internet, okay? So when I moved here in Wales, I had no internet for 7 months, okay? Now, I managed to survive without internet for 7 months. It's a pain in the arse. It is doable. But I wasn't running a business like I'm running now, okay, which requires the internet. Now, over there, in them islands, way up north of Scotland, they've got no internet, No phone. So you're thinking of businesses, right? So also pretty much a good idea to get essential items and preps in, okay? Ham radios, find out repeater frequencies, write them down. They reckon there's 23,000 people living on those islands up there, right? And, you know, their internet and phone is pretty much chunk, okay? Which is scary. So, not only that, there's been limited to no cash points and no shop card payments. So, you know, when you do your beep, contactless payment or and all that sort of stuff, no, all of their systems down because guess what? Most of it is relied online, which is, in my opinion, puts you in an extreme vulnerability. All right. If you're going to be running a business and it's all online for payments and stuff, very vulnerable. Probably myself included. Okay, it really, really is scary. So yeah, no cash points, no shop card payments. 2,000 parcels could not be delivered to those people in them islands. Okay, the reason why them parcels weren't delivered because they couldn't get scanned because it requires the internet. It's all online, all right? Why can't they go back to how it was? You know, cash, parcels, none of all this computer scanning and blah blah blah. I mean, the thing is, those 2,000 parcels, right, going to some of those 23,000 people. Some of them parcels might be really, really urgent, really like life changing, okay, and they're just stuck there because there's no internet. Because it looks like there's been a sabotage and this cable cut. So literally, those guys who are bugged out right up north, literally have been cut off. Okay, scary thought. So yeah, my heart goes out to everyone up in the Shetland Islands. I do know a few people online. What I'm going to do is after this live stream, or maybe tomorrow morning, I'm going to try and contact them just to see if it pings back that it's up and running. All right. So yeah, scary stuff going on up there. Really bad. Routers there. Right, that's that done, I think. Yep. Right. Yes, like we said earlier about Aldi. Aldi UK planning to introduce edible bugs and recipe kits for poor families, sustainable cricket burgers, nuggets and mints, all made out of bugs. Yes, Aldi in the UK are going to be doing this soon. No joke. You probably think, no, whatever. And tell you what, one day you're going to go into Aldi and there'll be lots of like advertisement campaign and big brightly coloured notices, and they'd be like, oh, should we try one of those like cricket nuggets or whatever it's going to be labelled as? And you're going to get like, don't knock it till you try it. Most of us would say, stick it up your gazoo. I would, and I know you probably would too. I'm not eating that stuff. I mean, yeah, I'm a survival instructor and I teach it. And yes, if I really had to, I'll go out there and eat them. But, mate, I'm not going to go into a shop and buy them, am I? Really? Do one, sir. Right, let me see. Aldi also have been involved in a TV game show where insect farmers openly say the bugs are the next best thing. One of the contestants said, we're on a mission to change people's perception of insects as food. They are, what's that say? They are the most sustainable sources of protein in the world. So that's what one of the contestants obviously been paid off. Okay. Brett and Kabbalah Dog Adventures, Tesco are doing 10 litres of water for £5. Got £2 a litre? Really? That's insane. I'm going to Aldi and I'm buying 5 litres of water for £1.09. Wow, why would you do that? Also, looking at this quickly. Simon, thank you very much for that donation on PayPal, sir. You're an absolute gent. And yes, it is all helping build this channel, okay? We really need to start growing now. It's really looking good. We've currently got 1,304 in the chat. If you can hit that thumbs up, only 760 have. That'd be cool if you've done that. It really helps. And also, if you've just joined, there's links below the video. There's loads of money off of them really cool torches that I've done recently on a video. That offer ends tonight, so I don't want you missing out. If you are thinking about getting those, they're really good. Also, the mailing list, if you subscribe to that, you're going to be sent loads of discount offers like the other 2,000 guys just did. All right, so don't miss out. All you got to do is put an email in, no name. It's all confidential. GDPR's done, and it's all officially stamped now, so it's all good. All right, awesome. So yeah, that's crazy. Right, Canadian company Aspire Food Group. They pledged to reduce 9,000 tons of insects a year. Canada, what are you doing? What are you doing? Canadian company Aspire Food Group pledged to produce 9,000 tons of insects a year for human and pet consumption. They've just finished the world's biggest cricket food processing centre. Let that sink in. We are living in bonkers times, are we not? Really. I'm going to say that again because really? 9,000 tons of insects, all right, a year for human and pets to eat, all right? And they've just finished the world's biggest cricket food processing centre. That's something to aspire to. Good heavens, absolutely bloody bonkers. All right. Right, so we're looking at Wales now, where I'm living right now. Okay, lots of us in the chat are in Wales. That's cool. Good to see. I saw someone in South Wales was there earlier. Yeah, wealth transfer plans. So we're talking about wills. Okay, your last will and testament. So there's been a survey done. I think it was a few days ago now, and the results have just come through. 72% plan to pass money inheritance early. So that is nearly 3/4 of everyone in Wales who have written out a will to leave money to their loved ones, their children. 72% of them have brought it forward so they can have their money earlier. See, I'll tell you this much, from what I've understood since I've been in Wales, the people have been absolutely amazing. They really, really have. And I'm not saying that, I mean it, okay? There's been so much help and love. I mean, like I say, the guys, they made that, right? They made me a chainsaw bench. They brought down probably a whole month's worth of firewood, okay? And it's amazing. It really is. The amount of love out there in Wales is crazy. So that tells me that the parents who have these wills in place for their loved ones and their children, okay, they're letting them have the money early because they know as good parents that we are heading into seriously bad times, okay? It's going to come a point where no one's going to be able to afford anything. It's really going to be that bad. People's disposable income is just going like this, weekly, I would say. And this winter is going to be a nightmare for a lot of people. And the reason I say that is because in winter, historically, we use more energy and more resources than any other time in the year, okay? It's not like we're in parts of America, like Texas and stuff, where we get really, really hot and we have air conditioning. I would say 90% of every home in the UK has not got air conditioning. So summers are not too bad, but winters, it can be really cold. And like I said, if you're old and you're vulnerable, or if you've got really young children, okay, you don't want them getting cold. And it's going to cost a lot of money to keep warm, okay? Janet S, thank you very much for that donation. And Emma as well. Your fire's gone out. No, it's fine. It's fine, honestly. I can feel it there. And it's currently 150 degrees. It's fine. Like I said, I'll start putting this stuff in. Right, you're going to see me take my clothes off and you don't want to see that. Emma, all right? It's not pretty. No, it's fine, honestly. I'll give it a stoke and put some more on later. It'll be absolutely fine. Thanks for having my back, though. Bless you. So, yeah, 72% plan to pass their money, their inheritance on early. 26% plan to leave nothing at all. So, literally, they've had a pot of money and it's just dwindled down and it's gone right now. So, what they were planning to leave is all gone. Wow, that's an absolute... How must that make a parent feel who has had some savings and they've kept it there for a long, long time to give to their kids for when they pass on. And it's got to a point, probably because of these energy bills and all the rest of it, that there's no money left to give to them. That must be horrible for them to feel like they can't help their kids when they're gone. That must be tough. And there's 26% of people in Wales who have made official wills, okay? Terrible. And 10% of them people in there are currently receiving financial support. Shameful, isn't it? It really, really is. Here, let's drink to those. Cheers. Right, this is nasty. Birmingham. Now, there's been quite a few reports now. Gangs are targeting vulnerable people. So, blimey, who remembers that film? Charles Bronson. Was it Death Wish? Do you remember? Some of you old school guys would remember that film. Now, if you don't know about that film, Death Wish, it was a couple of older guys, and they got sick and tired of all these young thugs and gangs just running amok around the city, because I don't know what the police are up to. I think there was little numbers like we're seeing now. Weird, isn't it? Oh, Alfred LaRock. Here we go. Many construction sites have scrap pieces of 2x4 perfectly dry pine. Yeah, Alfred, all of this, like I showed you here. Right, can you hear this? Kiln dried oak. Dry as a bone, and that burns so hot like you would not believe. Insane. We kept the smaller bits there, and we got the larger bits right over the other side there. So it's basically for us newspaper, soft pine, pallet wood, kindling. That goes on there. The fire gets hot. Then we put these on there. It's raw in a blaze. We pat it down a bit. We put the big bits on. We shut all the vents right down. Then it burns nice and slow, like it's doing now, and it heats the home up a treat. Okay, so yeah, thanks for that donation, sir. That's awesome. But yeah, Birmingham, gangs are targeting vulnerable people, says Tom McNeil, and he is the Assistant Police Crime Commissioner, right? Desperate, what's that say? My writing's terrible. Desperate parents have already turned to shoplifting. Now, we spoke about this on the other live stream, didn't we? Where when I spoke to the security guard at the Tesco, and he said shoplifting's just gone crazy. It's usually people who have never done it before, but unfortunately now, lots of people are slowly getting pushed into a situation where if they don't steal something, they're not going to eat like they feel they need to, okay? Food banks are great, but when that's gone and they go back, there's nothing left. You've got no money. You've literally got no money, and you've got kids. Absolutely, of course you're going to shoplift. So yeah, that has gone up big time in Birmingham apparently. So if any of you guys in Birmingham right now, let's drop into the chat quick. Doritos, I don't blame them. I don't either. I don't blame them at all. I mean, when you think of the amount of money that these big companies make, and they've got insurance as well, unfortunately, it's a vicious circle, because the more people shoplift, the more the prices are going to go up for the rest of us who don't. So it is tough, and I don't really know what the solution is, to be frank. It really is bad. Also, home responses are rising. 20,000 police, low funding, lots of them are ended up on desk work. Okay. Oh, sorry, Julie. Oh, bless her. Looking for what's this? Looking for a few day-old chicks. If anyone's got any in the Merseyside area, there you go. If any of you guys are from the Wirral or Merseyside area, if you've got any young chicks, which you want to pass on or sell or something like that, there's a lady on here right now. If you can find her, her name's Julie. She's got a blue spanner next to her name. Julie Breeden is her name. She could probably hook up with you and relieve them naughty little chicks off of your hands. That'd be awesome. Great community we got here. Yeah, no problem, Julie. That's absolutely fine. Here we go. Yeah, in Scotland, like I was saying to you, Scottish Urban Prepper. I don't know if it's still here now, because maybe I should have registered earlier. Heat pump only plans will increase energy costs by £900. Now we're looking at the Scottish Trade Association, right? New building standards have just been imposed. So this is coming to effect for new build heat standard. All right. So they're basically, what they're doing in Scotland is they're pushing plans for new builds to have heat pump only. All right. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to mix it up with solar. Some companies want to see that as well, because it's just going to cost too much. Okay, for the energy for these heat pumps. Now, if any of you guys have not seen the heat pumps, if you basically look at a big air conditioning unit outside of someone's house, instead of pumping cold air into the house, it pumps in hot air. Now, I remember I was a facilities manager for a while at this job, and when I got the guy come around to service the boiler, he said they're all going to be gone one of these days. They're going to be replaced with electric heat pumps like air conditioning. I said, well, that's going to be expensive to run. Well, guess what? Look where we are now. Some people can't even afford to charge their electric cars. Basic madness is what it is. Basic madness. Right, where are we now? Also, Shell, you know, the oil people, Shell, they've had record profits between July and September this year. They've just announced that they are to pay 0 UK windfall tax. So that's nice, isn't it? So maybe boycott Shell petrol stations. That's a good idea. Yeah. And also see if Shell supply any other petrol stations too. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys do. So if you could let me know and let the other guys know, that'd be cool. Yeah, Shell, record profits. Record profits, not just above average, record, right? That's a lot. July to September, and they're not going to pay any tax. Kind of balls your piss a bit, doesn't it? It really does. Right, so we've done Wales, we've done Birmingham, we've done Scotland. Yeah, where did we get to? Now, we've got to say this quickly. I've done the illegal immigrants thing. CBDC, central bank digital currency, fire blocks. If you've not heard of fire blocks, you can look into them. They've just hired Varun Paul. Now, Varun Paul, 14 years, he was at the Bank of England, okay? Pretty much a high flyer in the Bank of England as well. He wasn't a cup of tea boy. So he said 9 out of 10 central banks around the world are working on plans right now for their own central bank digital currency. Like I said, our little friend Rishi says 2025, all of this will be in place globally. All right. So if you can't survive without money, you're all going to struggle basically, because when you do have this digital money, you won't be able to get what you want. There'll be blocks on everything. And a lot of people are going to get so hacked off when that comes in. If we allow it to come in, it's down to us, okay? Yeah, that's less than 3 years. Less than 3 years. 3 years to get as much prepped as you can, because I'll tell you this much. They're not going to want you buying anything to store away prep-wise, all right? You want to get it now. So long-term food, if you haven't got any long-term food, Lee from the Bug Out, there's a link below. He's doing a 2,000 subscriber giveaway. You can get loads of 25-year shelf life dried food, okay? So yeah, it costs a lot cheaper now than what it'll be in 2025. I'll tell you that for free. Absolutely. Right, Sweden, yeah, we've done that. Right, okay, so we're going to end with some good news now. Like I promised at the start of the video, Belfast. So our friends in Northern Ireland. Any of you guys in Northern out there? I hope there is. I usually see a few people in Belfast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch the chat just for a sec, just to see. Anyone from Belfast? Damn it, there always is. But not at the moment. Maybe it's because there's a delay. There we go. Vincent Boyle. Right, Vincent. Now, I want you to tell me about this one, right? Right, there's a woman in Belfast called Gemma Austin. Gemma Austin, okay? She owns a restaurant called Peculiar Tea. Now, have you heard of Gemma Austin? She owns this restaurant called Peculiar Tea. Now, what she's planning to do, right, and I'll tell you what, I wish more people would do something like this, right? This Gemma woman is amazing. Really is. Really cheered me up today after sifting through all this doom and gloom, right? Right. She's got a restaurant in Belfast, right, called Peculiar Tea, like I said. She is going to be providing a safe space for anyone who needs it, right? Every Sunday from this weekend, right the way up until the 18th of December, anyone that goes in there gets a free roast dinner and dessert as well. And that's going to be from midday till 3 o'clock every Sunday, right up to the 18th of December. Now, how cool is that? When I read that, I'm like, well, fair play. So what's probably happened? Lots of people in the food business have been struggling because of energy costs recently. Keeping your food cold, refrigerated, heating it, all of the washing up and cleaning. It costs a lot of energy, a lot of money to do that. Okay, to run an operation, and obviously the inflationary rises with food as well. Right, let me just see. There's been another donation on PayPal. Sarah. Oh, well, thanks for that, Sarah. Sarah's kindly donated on PayPal. Really appreciate that. Using the link below. You're an absolute star. Thank you, Sarah. That's cool. So, yeah, God bless her, man. That Gemma in Peculiar Tea. Really, really cool. So what she's probably done, she's probably been struggling, like I said, with all of these prices and energy costs and hikes and all of that sort of stuff. She's probably managed to set aside some of her profits or whatever, got to the end of the year and thought, do you know what? Rather than me having this, putting it back in the business, I'm going to help people who really need it. Because she probably feels for people, like lots of us do, some way you can help others. And what she's decided to do is to cook all that food for free every single Sunday, roast dinners. And I'll tell you what, we haven't had a roast dinner here for ages. I would say we've been here for nearly 1 year now. We're a few days away from being here for a whole year. And I think we've had 3 roast dinners. Only because of the amount of money it cost for the energy to use that electric oven, to do all that sort of stuff. So it's very expensive to cook roast dinners. And bless her, she's doing it for free. So well done, that lady. She's an absolute legend. And that is Gemma Austin. And she owns a company called Peculiar Tea in Belfast. How cool is that? So yeah, I'm just going to go through the chat now. I think I'm pretty much done with all of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to catch up with some of you guys in the chat. Do you know what? Someone said to me I should do a live stream just for Q&A without any news stuff. So I don't know if any of you guys would fancy something like that. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to be changing this format because I love doing this every Friday. It might be another evening in the week or weekend or something. I don't know yet. It's just an idea. Yeah, I don't know if anyone would like a Q&A. So basically what that means, if you don't know, is any question that you've got for me, I could go through and pick ones in capital letters and then do my best to answer and help as many of you guys as I can. What's this? Julie Cooper loved his format. It could be a bolt on, not replacement. Oh yeah, don't worry, I won't be replacing this. A midweek Q&A live. Okay. Yeah, 4x4 fella. Yeah, mate, she's a legend. Yeah, she really, really is. Live call-ins. Yeah, I could do, but I've got to be quite quiet because I've got my son upstairs. And yeah, with the phone signal inside this cottage, our cottage is 2 foot thick stone. So yeah, we don't really use the phone in there. But no, nice idea, no? Check Lisa Fenn's donation. I don't know what that is. Oh God, it's really hard. I'm scrolling up. Oh yes, sent a pony PayPal. Sorry, it's not more. Andrew, Sarah, Simon. No, nothing from Lisa. I don't know what's happened there. Oh, maybe it come through later. Sometimes it does that. But yeah, I'll definitely try and mention that. What's this? Oliver Stone's Ukraine on fire, 2016. Oh, right, Oliver Stone, yeah. I remember seeing him interviewed. I think it was with Joe Rogan, I think, on the podcast. Yeah, Lisa, thanks for donating. Seriously appreciate that. Absolutely awesome. It does, honestly, it really does. It helps more than people realise. And yeah, I do it as well. I mean, I don't, the money that I do get, it goes towards keeping the channel going and the stuff that needs to be ordered and stuff to get this website done. It costs a hell of a lot of money. If any of you guys have never built a website before and you've got to pay for this every month, I mean, I'm thinking of doing StreamYard, okay, because I want to interact with other preppers, UK and around the world. I want to be hooking up with Björn in Norway. I want to be hooking up with Rudy over in Alaska Prepper. And obviously there's Scottish Urban Prepper up in Scotland. And the only way I can do that is I need to get onto StreamYard and I've got to pay for it every single month. And before I do that, I need to buy a webcam. They're about 70, 80 quid as well. So if I can afford to get that, then that would be quite a good change. I'm sure you guys would love to see joint live streams and stuff like that. What's this? Alfred LaRock. Have you ever been to the USA? Yes, I have. I was in California for a whole month back in 1989, and I thoroughly loved it. Oh man, it was guns, cheeseburgers. Oh, it's another donation. It's from MK. Oh, you say, well, thank you very much, sweetheart. I much appreciate that. That's really, really cool. Oh, I seriously do. We're going back to now to visit New England. No, not been to New England. We'll bring you out. You can do a live stream Eastern Standard Time. We'll definitely square over $50. Oh, dude. Oh man, really? Oh man, God bless you all. Really. Boss man, windsurfer in the house, all the way hype, dude. All the way hype. Much appreciated that. Yeah, it's called. What's this? Born outside. Snooze you lose. Is he trying to say something? Um, I'm gonna get off now, my lovelies. Have an awesome weekend. Metallic Reality, thanks for coming in and moderating the chat. I really do appreciate that, my dear. That is absolutely bloody awesome. Seriously, all of you moderators out there, okay, you really do help a lot. Now, what I'm going to do is I know it's taken ages, and I hate keep saying it, but once this website's done and everything is working like it should, there's payback coming to the moderators. That's all I'm saying for now. We're going to keep it a secret, okay? The issue is the guys who I've got working on the website, they've got full-time jobs. They're IT guys, and they're on call a lot. And one of them, bless him, he gets up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and sometimes he does like a 12-hour day developing my website for free, as well as doing his other job, and he's got kids. And I'll tell you what, it takes as long as it takes, okay, because there's no way I can afford to go to a pro and say, oh, can you do all of this? It'll cost bloody thousands and thousands to do. All right, so it is what it is. It's taking its time, but the guys helping, they've got a lot on, and all I can do is keep creating content, and every now and again have a little meeting with them online, and just to see if there's anything I can do to help, and it's going to progress it forward, okay? Oh my God, Paolo, get some whiskey because winter's coming. Yeah, absolutely awesome. Oh, speaking of thing like that, Alan, oh, thanks for that donation. Paolo, I love you, guy. You're an absolute legend. Seriously appreciate that, man. Oh my God, I reckon I can get that bloody webcam soon. Problem is, all of the money that I'm getting, I'm not really spending. And every time I go to spend something, I check in with my partner, and she keeps saying no. Because it's something that's bills to pay and stuff. It's a bloody nightmare. So all this stuff I want to get, I can't. It's like, argh. So yeah, but I'm gonna have to try and persuade her that it's a good idea to get this. So what I might say is, I've got a donation, and it was specifically for that, and then I might sway that webcam for sure. Then we could do some really cool live streams. We can chat to people around the world. That'd be mint. It seriously would. God, I forgot what I was saying. I went right off on a tangent. Yes, courses. There's a link below the video right now, and it's just been updated by my friend Lee at the Bug Out. Yes, I'm absolutely doing courses, prepping and survival courses. They're going to be at the bug out place. Okay, there's the venue there. It's all set. It's ready. And I just done a 2-day bugging out survival course with 2 awesome lads. There were supposed to be 6, but loads of them pulled out because of all sorts of things going on. I can't say what their professions were, but it was great to meet them. They smashed it. They done really well with that yomp with the backpacks on. We all done really well, and they done great lighting fires and doing the showers and all that stuff. But those 2-day bugging out courses, the link below the video, it's all been tailored. I'm just going to be doing the 2-day courses, all right? And all of the dates for those courses are now available to view online. If you click on them links, pick the dates that you want, and send me an email. And the email is funkyintel@hotmail.com, and that is all below the description box. Don't forget, any link that you need or any information that you want is all below in the description box, okay? Everything you need to know is in there. And like I said, don't forget about that Olight thing. If you are pondering, you better get a move on, because I think you've got 2.5 hours and that offer expires, and there'll no longer be that 30% off of that discount code, okay? So click on them links, save yourself some money, and make sure you don't get caught out in power cuts with those USB rechargeable lanterns. Are really cool. Trying to think what else. Obviously, thanks to every single one of you who's donated tonight. It really does make a difference, okay? Like I keep on saying, without this and the money that I'll get from doing the YouTube videos, which isn't that much, you know, it's very difficult, but you guys really do make it happen. So I'm going to love you and leave you now. Have a lovely weekend. If you're about later on, I'm going to be on Mike Weapon Collector's channel. So just go into YouTube, type in Weapon Collector, and you'll see me on there in the chat. And if you want to, I'll carry on drinking this beer with you and have a good time. And that'd be cool too. So, wicked. Thanks to everyone who's come along. Thanks everyone for everything that you do for me in the channel. And I'm going to see you next Friday. And there will be lots of videos coming out next week. So stay tuned for those in the evenings, okay? So thanks for watching. Stay funky.